So the game kicked me out of the lobby and someone started connection issue here, I think. Is that Vapor? Yeah, I think Vapor is not in the lobby. I'm not sure about it, but I think he isn't. I'm not too sure what has happened here, but let's see the position changes and someone has made a stop. No one has made a stop, but the grid has mixed up a lot. So it's Yanni leading, followed by Standing Griff, followed by Sphinx, followed by Joseph Vesely, then comes Talus. Made up some places in the start of this race. Then we have Not Survivor, who actually joined back the lobby, I think. Yes, I think he did. Yanni leads the way, followed by Standing Crib. He did get these guys in the start of the race. Sphinx follows in third. Joseph Vesely on P4 of the race. Joseph Vesely is going to have DRS with Sphinx. Sphinx also going to have DRS though. But here comes Joseph Vesely on the slipstream. He's going to try and get that move done. No, I think he doesn't have the enough straight line speed to do so. The timer is a bit glitched here. It appeared to me that Talus was leading the race at some point, but then he's fallen down into P5. Following Talus, who's chasing after Joseph. Yanni keeps this lead of the race for now, followed by Standing Crib. Well, people who don't know, Yanni is Stanro's name, so he changed his PSN. Well, but we all know him as Yanni for all the seasons before, so that's why I call him Yanni. So Yanni leading, followed by Standing Crib, followed by Sphinx, followed by Joseph Vesely, followed by Talus, followed by Not Sure Vapors in a really good race right now. And here comes Slippery Humor, who will be aiming for that P6 of the race against Not Sure Vapor. So I talked with Slippery Humor before. He's going to be aiming for a record of scoring all the available points. He still can do it if he manages somehow to win the sprint race. I mean, he can do it. He is able to do it. Joseph Vesely following Sphinx there. The pace was close between these guys in qualifying. Standing Crib should have the advantage on Yanni later on this race, because Yanni stars are not going to go very well to the end of the race. Here comes Standing Crib. I think Yanni in this case is not going to be able to put too much opposition against him, and yeah, got Standing Crib through and into the lead of the race. Joseph Vesely unable to attack Sphinx yet. Sphinx light is flashing, but Joseph Vesely's ERS conditions are not good as well. Yanni is still holding at the back of Standing Crib with much more ERS. Standing Crib has set to deploy all of his ERS to get past Yanni. The tires are going to be better, yes, but well, for now, Yanni can try and retake that lead of the race with the ERS he has. If he managed to catch Standing Crib into the main straight. Talus at the back of Joseph Vesely. Joseph Vesely at the back of Sphinx. I think there's not going to be any position changes in here. It seems Soka has left the session. I'm not sure what happened there. Standing Crib leading, followed by Stanros. Here comes Stanros on the back of Standing Crib. There's a yellow flag. That is Sir Jake. Sir Jake is off, and I'm not sure what exactly happened there. Standing Crib now has almost broken the DRS range with Yanni. Yanni is going to try and close that gap. Slippery Humor closing also to Talus. And is going to be caught in this ERS drain. Standing Grip still being chased by Yane in second place of the race. And what's happened to Slippery Cucumber? He's fallen down a lot of places. He's down into P8 of the race. Meanwhile, Standing Crib leads, followed by Joseph, followed by Yane, sorry, then comes Sphinx, then comes Joseph Vesely, and Thales, who has also... Oh, and Standing Crib has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That might give Yane the win. That might give Yane the win of the sprint race. And actually might make Standing Crib drop even out of the top 3. Sir Jake has got a 3-second time penalty for... multiple warnings. Here comes Yane at the back of Standing Crib. Standing Crib now needs to open a 3-second gap with Yane. 2-second gap right now. Oh, and that's Thales off. That's Thales off into Aqua Minerali, and he's been overtaken now by Tisao. That's gonna be Slippery Cucumber through on Thales as well. Thales not having the best of races today, neither Slippery Cucumber. But Thales is now in a really good position to try and chase back after Slippery Cucumber and take that P7 of the race. Yeah, I think Slippery Cucumber has much more ERS, but Thales is, I think, in the right position. Actually, no, because I think Cucumber will get the ERS with Tisao. No, I think he actually won't get the ERS with Tisao. But also Thales is not able right now to challenge against Slippery Cucumber. Here comes Thales, but not enough room there to try and send a dive. Oh, and Thales is off and in the wall. Thales is in the wall, and now he has to rejoin the track, and yeah, that's definitely not the best way to start the weekend. He's gonna fall down into... I think he's gonna fall down almost into last place. He's gonna be ahead of Simsoka, but with no wing at all. Simsoka will be taking at least a place in here. And Standing Crib is building the gap against Yane. Yane is now 1.9 seconds, 2 seconds behind Standing Crib. Sphinx at the back of Yane could now well be aiming for that second place, and actually could be aiming for the win as well, because the penalty of Standing Crib, he still hasn't been able to build the necessary gap to keep that win of the race. Joseph is also showing really solid pace today on those medium tires. Could also be aiming to get Yane in anytime soon as well. And I have to say, Not Sir Vapor is doing an excellent race. He's been consistent, thing that he missed last season, but today his consistency is on a really high level. Sitting there comfortably on P5. There goes Slippery Cucumber up a place against Tisao and takes P6 of the race. Tisao, nothing he can do against Slippery Cucumber in here. Here comes Bio at the back of Black Bala. Wesley Santana might be aiming to catch Tisao here. Thales gets a 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane, and yeah, he's gonna retire. Not anything he can really do on the rest of this race. I think he's just angry there because of the outcome of this sprint race. He could have, in terms of pace, done much more, of course, but at the end, he didn't feel really comfortable with the car, and that has costed him the chance of scoring any point today. Sphinx is now at the back of Yane, will be attacking there into the main straight. Joseph Vesely will also be attacking Yane in the main straight. The gap is not big. Oh, and that's been a collision there by Sphinx. He should give the place back, or, well, that's gonna be a penalty for sure. That's gonna be a penalty for Sphinx for sure, if it gets reported. But thankfully for Yane, he has not lost much time. And here comes Joseph Vesely around the outside of Sphinx. He's gonna take the place, and yes, Joseph Vesely managed to take the place. And I think Joseph will be finishing this race in second place, and all that incident has allowed Standing Grip to build the gap. And we'll be now starting the next race, the main race, in pole position, and that's going to be 8 points for the Red Bull Standing Grip here. The Sphinx has got a time penalty now. This might allow Yane to retake that third place of the race. The Slippery Cucumber has to catch really fast to Not Sir Vapor. I think Slippery Cucumber is going to be finishing this race in 5th place, but actually Sir Vapor might be thinking about attacking in here. Might be thinking about attacking, letting Cucumber by, and he's gonna try and retake the place in the main straight. That could be a master plan there by not Sir Vapor, but Slippery Cucumber also has a lot of ERS to deploy. I think that plan is not gonna work that much. Oh, and yeah, I think Sphinx is slowing down to let Yane pass. Yeah, he's slowed down to let him by for the incident before, and that's really good sportsmanship. And Vapor has got Slippery Cucumber. How to say really good sportsmanship there by Sphinx, letting Yane pass. That might also save him from a penalty, as he did give the place back, or at least could get a minor penalty for it. Oh, and once again he spinned Yane. Once again he spinned Yane. Yeah, well, he's not gonna be saved from a penalty here. Definitely, that is gonna be a penalty. He's tapped Yane twice, and that's definitely not ideal at this point. And that is Archives ahead of Tisao. That's Tisao off. That's Tisao off. And we gotta go with the race leader. Oh, Slippery Cucumber is off as well. Slippery Cucumber is losing place, and that's gonna be Yane through, and Standing Crib is gonna win the sprint race. The Standing Crib comes into a line and wins the sprint race. Standing Crib dominating, almost dominating we could say. Joseph Wesley comes in second. Tisao is out. The Sphinx will come in third, but of course there's gonna be, might be a penalty, definitely will be a penalty on his back if it gets reports. Wesley on P4 of the race. Archives takes P5. Yane will come home on 6. Actually, Slippery Cucumber takes the place, and that's gonna be more points for Cucumber in the championship. Vapor, I'm not sure what happened with Vapor. Their Archives saves a massive P5 out of nowhere. That was a crazy final lap of the race. And I think Bialo will be able to join for the main race as well. He couldn't join exactly when the sprint started, but will be able, I think, to make it into the main event. Oh, and Vapor said that he's ran out of fuel, so well, that explains how he dropped from P5 to P8, if I'm not wrong, but I think he at least could save the first point of the season. And yeah, Bialo has been able to join to the main race. And well, here we go. We're gonna go into the formation lap now, and well, it looks dark sky. Might mean some rain later on this race. Could well be. We are starting in 30 seconds. That was actually really quick. 17 drivers in the grid. Bialo gonna be starting last, and well, we'll be aiming for a really good result for himself today. After not a really good start of the season, he couldn't make it to the sprint as well, but we'll definitely be aiming for something good today, I think. He has really good starts, we all know that. And well, there we go, into race. Coming into the formation lap now. Standing Crib starts on pole. Joseph in second. Sphinx starts in third. And well, tire strategies, almost everyone on mediums. It's just Slippery Cucumber on hards, Joseph Besley on hards as well, Thales on hards, and Yanni on the soft tires. So there's not gonna be much split strategies today. We well know could be rain on the race due to how the sky looks right now. You know, well, it's Joseph, Cucumber, Thales on hards, and Yanni on the softs. There's nothing else than that. Everyone else is in the medium tires. So who's gonna be leading after turn 1? I think definitely Joseph Besley not, because in those hard tires, well, he has the disadvantage there. Might actually get overtaken by Sphinx or by Wesley. I think it's gonna be a really interesting start of the race. Also teammates Yanni and Cucumber. Well, Yanni's on the softs. I think Cucumber will probably let him by. Not even let him by. I think Yanni's just gonna get a better start, and that's all. Lobo has been disqualified from the formation lap. Standing Crib coming to take his spot, starting once again in pole position as he did in the sprint race. Now into the main race, and who is gonna be your winner today in Imola? By now it's only Slippery Cucumber who has won both Bahrain, both China, while Standing Crib has won a sprint now. And well, but after that, today is gonna be a long race, 32 laps of Imola. Who will come in front today? Wesley disqualified. Don't think he's gonna get a good start. Jake not gonna get a good start as well. And everyone is on their spots now. Bialo will be looking to attack. Let's see how many places can he make in the start. And here come the lights. And it's lights out and away we go. And as I said, Joseph Wesley didn't get a really good run off the line there. Sphinx is already trying to get past here. Yanni is going all the way by the outside on Archives. Here comes Nazi Raper Halls, who got a really good start. Yanni getting the move done there. Gets the move done and actually is also looking to get the move done on Joseph and does so. Yanni gets the move done on Joseph. Really good start there, though he's on the soft tires. And coming for the lead of the race. Here comes Sphinx, is going to try and send it all the way by the outside. Might try and take the lead against Standing Crib. Yanni will be looking there to fish something. A little banging of wheels there by the Red Bull and the McLaren. Slippery Cucumber comes up into P7 of the race. Black Bala, then comes Sim Soka, then comes Bayan Bialo, making up 6 places on the start of this race, already into P11. Typical Bialo stuff. Easy job for him, making places in the start. Mega start there by the Mercedes driver. Here comes Standing Crib leading the race, followed by Sphinx, followed by Yanni. Yanni on the softs will be on the attack for the McLaren and the Red Bull. Sphinx on the slip rim right at the back of Standing Crib. Can he get that move done though into here? Here comes Yanni on the slip rim of Sphinx, is trying to get that move done. And there goes Sphinx as well, who is gonna be taking the place in here. I think Yanni tried an impossible move there, but he did it. He managed to do it. Mega job there by Yanni. That's gonna be into overtakes of the season, I think. He just sent it there. It could have caused a 3-way crash there, but at the end, I think he had it all planned and nothing, absolutely nothing bad happened. Mega job there. Mega job. Standing Crib now leads 9/10 ahead of Yanni. There comes Sphinx, then comes Joseph Wesley, who is holding into the DRS range. Joseph Wesley could well be in for a win in here today as well. He's finding his pace on those hard tires against the leaders on mediums and on softs. Joseph Wesley is winning a really good season now. At the back of him comes Arcup, then comes Nutster Vapor, then comes Black Bala, then comes Slippery Cucumber. Then comes Sim Soka, followed by Bialo, and it's a big DRS trend here. I think almost every driver is on DRS except Standing Crib, who has opened the gap against Yanni, and also Lobo, who is lost by a bit the DRS range with Sir Jake down into last places. Thales has managed to make up some places as well. Wesley is the one that has lost the most. He's lost a lot and is down into 13th place. I think this race could well go in standing grip hands, or maybe Joseph. Or well, we can never discard Cucumber, of course. Cucumber will always be there to battle for the win of the race. Even though right now things might not be looking to go his way, but we know it's Cucumber. In China, it was in a worse situation last weekend, and at the end, he managed to win it. Here comes Slippery Cucumber, but he's definitely not going to try and send it. Slippery Cucumber is a really patient driver. He might take a lot of laps to wait to get that move done on Black Bala. Meanwhile, Sphinx is chasing Jane. Jane goes a bit wide there. That's going to cost him some time, and Sphinx might be thinking about the move in here. Well, he definitely doesn't need to tap him a third time. He already tapped him twice in this sprint race. He needs to think about a clean overtake if he's gonna do it. Joseph Vesely. Oh, and Bialo's got a penalty really fast. That's not ideal at all. Bialo gets a penalty straight out of the way there in just 3 laps, and I think Jake has done the same. Sphinx at the back of Jane. Jane has more ERS though to defend against Sphinx. But here comes Sphinx. I think Jane cannot do much against him, or can he? He's going for it, and gets the move done. Sphinx has got the move done on Jane. Jane cannot hold too much on those soft tires. I think they are not working for him at all like they did in the sprint. Bayo is having a battle here with Tisao. Oh, Tisao's off once again. Tisao is off into 17th place of the race. Last place. Standing grip leads, followed by Things, followed by Stenros, followed by Joseph Vesely, who might be thinking about making the move on Stenros as well. The Standing grip is still looking for that maiden win in IOR. Will it come today, finally? Or will he have to wait one more time? At the moment, it's looking really good for him. We know the fact that Joseph is holding into a pace with a harder compound of tires, and also Slippery Cucumber is there as well. But you never know, There's a yellow flag. Who is that? I think that's Bialo. That's Bialo who's off. Bialo off and down into 15th place of the race. Not sure if that was a mistake or if he had an incident with someone. But in any case, he is down. Standing grip leads 1.4 ahead of Sphinx. But Sphinx has now set the fastest lap of the race. Wesley now sets the fastest lap of the race on P11. You can see how competitive the grid is today. The driver on P11 sets the fastest lap now. Standing grip leads 1.3. Sphinx is closing. He's closing the gap there. Joseph Vesely is almost about to lose the DRS against Jane, but once again the tires of Jane will not be really good soon. Oh, and that's side by side Vapor and Slippery Cucumber. There goes Slippery Cucumber. Vapor doesn't even try to fight against him. And that's Cucumber's ruin up to 6. Up to 6, and the nightmare of every driver is once again back in action. Already made it up into P6 of this race, and will be aiming for sure to make up more places. Sim Soka doing a really solid race to be finally his real race, first race in IOR, because in the first one we all know the connection issues we had, and he wasn't able really to race there, but today he's really, doing really solid. He's sticking into the guys into the DRS train and stuff. Jane is sitting there, waiting for his moment. He is now on DRS. Thales gets a penalty now, picks a 3-second time penalty on this race. Sphinx light is flashing. Wesley Santana, and that's Thales off, I think. Yeah, that's Thales off into a wall and broken wing. He has to wait for everyone to go through. He still gotta wait for Tsao. And yeah, now he's gonna rejoin the track, and he actually moved that car. Yes, he can. Oh, and that's Sim Soka off. Sim Soka, not sure if once again that was a mistake or if he had an incident. But he's gone off there. He's gone off. He's trying to save the car. Does he have damage? I think he doesn't. No, he doesn't have damage. Thales is into a pit lane. Hopefully he's not gonna retire. Oh, he did retire. He did retire, and I gotta say that this is a horrible season for Thales till now. Apart from the race in Bahrain, he's not been there in the consistency. But I gotta say that he has retired on track twice, so that's also not the ideal. Soka keeps spinning. He was in a really good race till this point, but now well, he needs to pull up those tires and keep the pace to the end. Standing Crib leads still 2 seconds ahead of Sphinx. Sphinx has also picked a 3-second time penalty. Yellow flag, and that's Soka again. He has left the session. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna come back. I think he's upset there. I'm not sure what happened there, but till the moment it was solid by him. Till that point he was doing a really good job in pace, but well, at the end it is what it is. And Slippery Cucumber now coming at the back of Joseph. Will be aiming for a P4 here. Then he has Yanni, which shouldn't be a problem to get ahead of. Wesley getting ahead of Black Bala now. Soka actually, he didn't rage quit, he come back. He has come back. I thought he rage quit, but he didn't. That's my bad. Unfortunately I'm used to a lot of people rage quitting, so I thought he did the same, but no, he's back here to keep driving on this race. So gotta give credit to him for that. Sir Jake comes into a pit lane for a set of hard tires. He's gonna be behind Soka. And yeah, you never know when a safety car might come out and everything is gonna be together once again. And Soka has no penalty, so if there's a safety car, he's gonna be back at the pack. No matter he's now 33 seconds behind Tisao, but yeah, if a safety car comes back and he has no penalties, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there for sure. And that's Slippery Cucumber getting the move done on Joseph Vesely. Next step for Slippery Cucumber is gonna be Yanni, which once again shouldn't be a problem. I think there won't even be need of Team Order Senior. I think he possibly will just let him go. No, well, he will just get him in the main straight and Yanni will simply not put any opposition. No, actually Yanni is letting Cucumber through. Yanni lets Cucumber through. And now might try and get some help out of that DRS, and well, Yanni is gonna have to pit at any moment now. Because those softs are definitely not making it too long now. Possibly might make it to lap 11 and then he's gonna have to go for hards. It's not ideal to do a 2-stopper in Imola because the pit lane is really long. There comes Joseph Vesely. Yeah, I think Yanni should pit at this point. Joseph Vesely is gonna be getting Yanni 100% in the main straight. Yanni should be pitting on this lap maybe, or maybe not. Yeah, he's coming in. He's coming into the pit lane. Those tires were not gonna last for long. But at least he has gained some time for his teammates. Slippery Cucumber. Actually, the Archives comes here and is gonna try and get the move done on Joseph. Too far to do so. And also Joseph's tires are gonna be working better than Archives at any moment. Joseph is in a, I think, in a good position for a P2 today. Behind Cucumber. Well, we don't know about Standing Grip. I don't wanna take him out of contention, but you know, guys on hards coming strong on P3 and P4. Where has Yanni come out? He's come out in P14th of the race, and he is 6 seconds behind Tisao. No one behind to bother him as well, so he is actually in a really good position. Clean air, and he's gonna be able to warm up his tires. Slippery Cucumber closing the gap to Sphinx. Joseph Vesely is doing his best to keep the gap between him and Archives. Wesley Santana at the back of Not Sir Vapor. Not Sir Vapor doing a really solid race once again. Hopefully he won't run out of fuel, but according to the graphics in here, he has the red icon of the fuel, so he might actually have put low fuel once again for this race, but that's the same case for Wesley Santana. He also has that red fuel mark in there. Not sure if someone else does. Of the leaders, no one does. And here comes Slippery Cucumber at the back of Sphinx. Will be aiming for that move as soon as he can. This has turned to be a really entertaining race to watch. In the battle for the lead, we have a mixed grid in here, and well, once again Standing Crib could have that hard break, losing the race to Cucumber as it's going now. Sphinx picks another 3-second time penalty. That's 6 seconds already for the McLaren. That's Bialo making a move on Lobo, I think. Yes, he did. No, actually, side by side, both drivers. And Lobo retakes the place. Lobo has retaken the place against Bialo here. Yane is closing the gap to Sao. I think Yane might be aiming, maybe not sure for a top 5, but I think at least I can say for a top 10. The other drivers are gonna have better tires later. Lucas has got a time penalty in here. He's closing into a train with Lobo and with Bialo. And Standing Grip leads the pack. And now, actually, I think Slippery Cucumber is gonna get that move done. Yeah, Sphinx doesn't have ERS to defend at all. He's going down the inside. That's a really stick move there by Slippery Cucumber and gets the move done. Cucumber up into second of the race. And as I said, once again, we gotta keep an eye on Joseph, who is gonna come strong in his last stint with those medium tires, with of course less fuel on the car. Bio battling against Lobo there, side by side into turn 1. That's top 3 wide almost. That couldn't end well. But it actually didn't end that bad as I thought it could do. I think just one of them went off road, and that's a mega switch back there by Lobo getting ahead of Bialo. And here comes Lucas around the outside. He's gonna get that move done on Bialo. They leave enough room to each other. They do. And Bio is up into P9 of the race. That was almost